Hello everybody and welcome to A Bug's Life. This is not going to be a playthrough or anything like that, but what this is essentially is me showing off the new PS1 emulator called DuckStation. I'll have the version of this emulator because it's still being updated and whatnot. And you can see I have not got any graphics settings on at all at the minute, and these for some reason are flickering. I have no idea why because I haven't got any settings on yet. That's very odd. Let's do training first. And we'll show you what the new graphics look like. Obviously, they're not that impressive just yet.
Oh, there, Flick. I learned a
Don't
long time ago
don't need
that
you.
the ant's most basic line of defense is your berry throw.
Yes, we'll
He'll
throw
knock
the.
you around by hitting your throw button.
Okay,
Go
so
on, my boy, give it a go.
now I'll bring up DuckStation and I'll show you. Here is the settings menu, so you'll be able to see exactly what I use. Now, as you can see right here, the internal resolution is set to 1 times. Let's set this to 1440p because it doesn't go any higher than that on this game. Without actually, I'll show you. Are you ready for this? I'm going to go to 9 times the resolution and put it for 4K. You'll see what happens to this game. This is what normally happens. Compiling shaders, this will happen a lot. Oh, that's weird. Actually, today it's actually working. For some reason today, the game is actually working in 4K. When I've tried to put it in 4K before, and the settings simply just would not work. They would completely glitch out. I don't know whether it's been updated or something. If I put on the dithering to... No, it's not dithering. The multi-sample anti-aliasing 32 times. This happens. So that's the reason why it does it. Okay, so we've learned. If you want to play Bug's Life on this emulator in 4K, just do not have this enabled. Let's see if it can go 16 times. Okay, so 16 times works. 8 times works. 4 times probably going to reload because I haven't used 4 times and that. It should remember what you use when you go from game to game. I'm currently recording in 1440p, so I'm not even going to see the 4K. I actually didn't know 4K worked because every time I've tried it, I've always had one of these multi-sample anti-aliasing settings on. So quite clearly it works at about 16 times in 4K. That's pretty cool. But I'm recording in 1440p, so...
I learned a long time
Oh,
ago that the ant's most basic line of defense is your berry throw.
obviously the audio though, so it's going down 5 FPS. So 4K is not
my boy, give it a go.
sustainable. Okay, so readjusted the settings. It's now down to 1440p, 30 times, and we're getting a solid 30 frames per second again, which is good. You also want your setting in XBR. You can experiment with this and probably put it to billionaire, but I think XBR is the best. As you can see here, you've got widescreen hack. You've got... This is extremely important. Watch this. When you're walking around... I don't know if the... When you're walking around, you see how all the walls are flickering? Well, here's a new setting. Click geometry correction. And no more. You'll never have the PlayStation 1 wob. I know it's the effect. Look, here's it on. Is it off? Is it on? Is it off? I prefer to actually have this checked. I do sometimes think that it's good to have it kind of on, because when you're recording, it can look really horrible, can't it? Like, you can still see some of the textures. Like, I've got... You know, they're not matching 100% correctly now. I don't know why the music stopped. A bit awkward now. But yeah, you can, as you can see, there's no more wobbly. I mean, you can put texture correction. Actually, doesn't really do much difference, but I'd have it checked. Depth buffer, not really sure about any of this stuff, but here's another cool thing. Post-processing settings. I've done a few. I'm going to add cell shading. And cell shading essentially... You can edit this to your liking, so you can crank out like the cell shading crazily. I mean, look, this looks horrible, but essentially you could change it to exactly how you would want it, make it not too harsh. God, it's blurry now. What the hell? Change the edge filtering. I mean, that does actually look pretty nice if there was some sharpening, which there is a sharpening feature in here. But I thought I'd show you what it would look like. Palette type, that's what I think changes it the most. I did actually get this looking quite nice at one point. I thought, wow, it actually doesn't look too bad for cell shading. They just want everything being like subtly added. I'm not sure why it's so blurry. And to just disable these on and off, do that. As you can see, the graphics actually looks kind of nice now. At least I'm on a BenQ monitor, so I don't know if if you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing, but let's disable this for now. And let's go into the main level. You'll see a pretty big difference when you get in here. Here's also my setting. I use hardware Vulkan, and this is my graphics card. And you can have a look at all these settings. I'd take this off, to be fair. It just takes up FPS, but you can have it on if you want. I have all these things showing so you can see what's going on. Enhancement settings is what I have here. Controller settings, this is a bit still not very good. The emulator needs a bit more updates on controller. Games list, I haven't done this properly. BIOS, it auto selects and that. This isn't obviously a tutorial on how to use the emulator, but you're getting to see at least what I'm currently using so you can see if your game runs pretty well too. When you go from like pretty much the game looking like this, like I only worked this out by the way, like holding RB on the Xbox control because that's what I've mapped it to. You can use dot to actually look around technically. You can also use flick look. I never knew this. All my years of playing this game. I'm also quite honoured to be the first person on YouTube to be showing you this game on this emulator. As far as I'm aware, no one else is showing this emulator off. So I'm not running the game in widescreen just yet because I kind of want to, 4:3 is the actual resolution these games come out. I've got this in the native window, the original window. Okay, now let's actually put the graphics on. I mean, just look at the difference between what we were just seeing, even though the game is running a little bit weird at times. It doesn't feel like it's 100% smooth. I don't know if that's my PC or not. I do plan to get a better graphics card in the future when we get some money. But look at everything is so upscaled and enhanced. But the details, the bark on the tree. Let me show you over here when we go to the bark of the tree. I'll just walk around for a bit and show you off. I'm going to also do next, probably not in this video, separate video, Sheep Raider, Toy Story 2, although that's already been done, and 40 Winks and stuff like that. Just a few games. I would love to be able to show them off, but I think those ones do work in 4K, so I need to change my recording settings. Apparently I'm really bad at Bugs Life, not gonna lie. I'm pretty good at Toy Story, but I'm terrible at Bugs Life. Where is this? Let me show you the tree. There's Dottie. There's a big ass wasp. Just the detail of the textures of the wood, it just looks incredible. Look at the bark. I've never seen this game ever look this good. Not even when you can even on SPECs, you cannot get the game looking this good. At least I don't think so. Or it doesn't run very well if you do try and bump up the graphics. Okay, just being injured. Go in the tunnel and check out the tunnel. I haven't actually seen this myself yet, so we'll go in the tunnel and have a look at that. Okay, this place. Oh my god! Look at the markings on the wall. You can actually kind of see what some of this stuff is now. Yeah, this place used to creep me out. Okay, apparently I got injured there somehow. This place used to. I've seen freerunners lately been playing this. And I'd never be able to do it. I don't think. Like the controls are just. It's like you're on ice. Yeah, the game does look pretty good, doesn't it? This place was so creepy when it was all pixelated and looked like crap. But you can actually see things falling from the roof. You've kind of got I don't think it does anything to the draw distance. I'm not sure yet. I mean, that would be cool if you could literally change that kind of thing. I mean, that would be next gen. Not sure if there's a PC version of this game, but I think that this game... Oh my god, what the hell is going on here? Looks better now than on PC. Because you can go further than what the graphics settings would be on PC. This is what the PS1's known for, these big, dark, cavernous places. Why can't I get out? Okay, now let me put on the screen geometry stuff again. I have to keep doing this every single time. Let's take off geometry correction. You'll just see what I'm talking about. Look at now the screen shaking everywhere. In fact, actually, let me show you some of the widescreen stuff we can do now. If we go like 6:9, That's what it will stretch out to. And it looks kind of good. It still looks good. But you're kind of seeing stuff you shouldn't be seeing, I think, on the size of the screen. Let's go even more crazy. Let's go like 29.9, 39. Yeah, let's play like this. This is awesome. It's like whoa! Oh, I'm so close to dying. Oh no, the fucking grasshoppers are spawning in now. Yeah, this 8.7. 5.4. At least you're seeing every single version you could possibly. 5.4, 3.2 is not too bad actually. I mean, it's still got the black bars. Some people hate black bars. I actually hate black bars, but for you know, old games, it's not too bad. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, to be fair. Okay, let's go back to. I think that's it, really. To be honest, I think I've showed pretty much everything possible, at least in this game. Unless I obviously went and did all the levels and showed you gameplay. But you've seen some gameplay of Bugs Life now, so you know the kind of stuff that you can do with this emulator. You know what things can look like. You can see so much now. This looks like I'm playing a cutscene because of the way the black borders are at the bottom and the top of the screen. I have no idea why I can't make these jumps. I do have to bounce on it. I don't remember ever having this amount of problem with the jumping. Oh my god. And to think that's the game. This is the default game resolution, apparently. Or it says auto game narrative. You can also do. You can put overscan on. All borders. Only overscan area. None. I think it's best to have it on this one, but I'm not sure about that. I'd like someone to let me know. V-Sync you can turn on, but I don't know if it's worth it. But oh god, I want to turn off geometry correction again. It's making me feel sick. I mean, the screen's already shaking anyway. Let alone with having that horrible PS1. I need this health.
You know, these guys don't.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much seen everything.
Are you here for the grain?
Well, I do actually want to show other levels, but no, because we've got other games to move on. There's fireworks going off outside. It's the new year, by the way. It's January the 1st, so what better way to start off the new year rather than hearing fireworks when I'm trying to record, which you guys probably can't hear. It's really loud, so I think they're letting them off in the garden. Look at the detail of the icon. Let's have a look at what this would look like in shitty pixelation, this whole level. Keep in mind, I still have geometry thing turned on, so it's not going to shake. But look at this is what it used to look like. This is what the level used to look like. Isn't it absolutely insane what we're seeing right now? I could run the game at 4K, but it's not gonna look well. You heard audio issues. That could be something I could fix. Maybe I'll go in the audio settings and change a few things. I haven't messed around with that. I just like things being simple. I like being able to just click a few settings and just change what I want. But the thing I'm actually enjoying messing around with most has to be the post. I can't think what it's called now, where you can put cell shading on and whatnot. That's what I'm impressed with the most. Oh, I didn't even know you could do this. What the hell? I'm learning so much just because I'm messing around. Oh, I love old Disney games. They're so good. So that'll be it, guys. That is Bugs Life on DuckStation Emulator. If you want to see me do more gameplay, maybe without commentary in future videos or whatever, just let me know. Also, actually recommend me a game down below to play, and I'll see if I can check it out and actually run it. But if not, yeah. Thank you for watching.